Well, good afternoon, Miss Ashley. How are you
Oh,
today?
good. How are you?
I am spectacular. So, Ashley, my dear Ashley, what role have you taken on this year for the Short and Sweet Festival?
I am the festival director of Short and Sweet Hollywood this
Congratulations! So
year.
well deserved. Ashley, I'm a number one fan, but you know this. So, Ashley, I'm just a little curious. What roles? I mean, I know you're a busy woman. You're a woman of many, many talents. And I, for one, am feel very blessed to have your creative juices around me and inspiring me and supporting me. But to make it about you, what do you feel you can bring to Hollywood Short and Sweet as the festival director this year?
My gosh, it is such an honor to be the festival director of Short and Sweet Hollywood. What Short and Sweet brought out of me, kind of similar to your story, the first year I participated changed my life forever. It was one of those moments. It was the same year I had directed my first documentary short, and it was the first time I ever directed then. So I had a really good friend of mine. Her name's Deb Foster. She's a wonderful actress, writer, director herself, and she was involved with Short and Sweet at that year. And she said, "Hey, they're holding open call for directors. You should just come and direct a play." And I had never directed theater at that point. And I was like, Deb, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Like, I'm already getting my feet wet with directing for film and don't really know what I'm doing. And she's like, just go. It's a really supportive community and you're going to have a lot of fun. And sure enough, when I get there, I sit down and I am right next to the director. The writer I wind up working with because he's also director. But Andrew Cervantes, I wound up directing his play El Marihuano, and it was a life-changing experience. And I really feel like for everyone involved, the actors they had involved, Giovanni Navarro, wonderful actor. My goodness, he's been involved with Short and Sweet quite a few years as well. He won an award that for that play, and Renee DeNava was a wonderful counterpart to work opposite him, and also another wonderful actor. Everyone involved that year got so much out of it, and to be witnessing how that community moved and motivated each other was the reason I was like, one dose of that. I have to come back. I have to do this again. This is one of those crazy experiences, and made it to Latino finals, and it was just such a beautiful community to be a part of. That I said, this is it. I don't know what theater is. I This is so new to me. I've only done theater in high school, and I went to New York Film Academy for
This is
acting.
my next. This is
Yeah.
good seg. This is a wonderful segue to my next question is what is your background? What is your background, that you can bring, like your background, your experiences that you can bring to Short and Sweet Festival?
Yeah, it's a really good leeway because that I okay. So I a little akin to your story. I did stuff as a kid. Uh,
Yes.
I was born in Connecticut. My parents are from New York. I participated in a talent competition. It's called the IMTA, and
Yes.
that's what started it all. It was one of those competitions that you go in, they prep you, and it was based in New York. I participated my first year. I participated the same year that Jessica Biel was in it, which is really cool.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and same with Ashton Kutcher was also involved. So kind of have that little history following out too. New York,
Wow.
went out to LA, and I got booked with Abrams, and they were like, "Well, you can't stay in Connecticut anymore." So my parents were a little crazy, and they packed up a minivan with my brother and sister, who were like 2 and 1 at the time, attached a U-Haul to it, and
That's
moved
commitment.
across country. So we're
That's
already in that
commitment.
bag and bond spirit. Since then, though, we moved around a lot. When I was a kid, did a lot of homeschooling. Found my footing in middle school and high school. Went to school at Burbank High. Did a lot of theater there, and always knew that like performing arts was going to be in my future. So
Yes.
decided to go to college to New York Film Academy, got my associate's degree there, met a lot of wonderful teachers and a lot of wonderful students that, some students are still run into today that, they're working and doing their own thing. And it's a wonderful process to be a part of as far as that community goes too, because you watch everybody you grow up with create also, and
Yeah.
watch them do their thing, chicken wing. It's
Yeah.
really exciting to be a part of that process. But as far as what I can bring to Short and Sweet, it's just the love I have for creating. I absolutely adore what I do, and I love
Yeah.
writing, and I love.
It shows. It so shows. It shows in your work.
That's
It,
good.
yeah. Yeah. It definitely like it can't be hidden. It's very much evident that you love what you do. You love what you do, and you really do give 100% of yourself. You really do. You leave nothing, everything's on the floor.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be a wonderful thing because it is very contagious. So it's really really nice that as the festival director, you're going to be able to help and assist and support all of these artists coming in, writers, directors, actors. This is really they don't know what sort of a treat they're in for. So,
You're so sweet.
what has been one of your favorite events that has happened in your short and sweet experience so far?
Oh gosh. It's kind of funny going back to your interview too with there's I don't it's really tough to point out one experience because
Because it's been a great experience all around,
that's it.
honestly, right?
I've been involved since 2018, and I've
Hmm.
participated in multiple years as an actor. I've jumped into people's pieces when they needed people. So that community aspect where it's like an actor dropped
Yeah.
out, can you just jump in this piece? Yeah, sure, I'll jump in.
Yes.
But also that aspect of each piece that I've had involved where I've directed has their own moment of
Yes.
wow, this is remarkable. There is one. Okay. There's
Okay.
one that
All
just
right.
popped in my head. El Marijuano was my first taste of like really getting into that director's chair. And there was
Yeah.
a moment at a rehearsal, and there's a very we were about 3 rehearsals away from going on stage. So those rehearsals are always really intense, and you're trying to work out the final kinks of everything. And
Oh yes.
as well as I do, those are really
It's crunch
emotional.
time.
Yeah, you get into the nitty-gritty. There's
Yeah.
one moment, my gosh, between Renee and Giovanni, where it's an intimate moment in the piece, and it's a very, ah,
Yeah.
one of those moments as an audience member, people are shocked by it, and it has that emotion attached to it. Up until this point, we really haven't. It was there. It was like 90%. When there's like you're working with your actors and you're like, we're almost there. It's almost at that 100, and we're gonna get to
Yes.
that point. That was the rehearsal where the moment happened, and then the actors pulled apart, and just everyone stopped. It was like everyone was just in awe, and then one of my actors, he just goes, "What do I do?" And I'm like, "Go!" Continue the scene, go. It was like run for the fences. We've got it. That was it. And it was this beautiful moment of like it all coming together. And it was just like that was the moment that really made me realize, wow, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Like that moment. That's it. That's the magic that is what this whole creative process is all about. You have those moments and those realizations and those connecting pieces that come together, and it's just
Yes.
beautiful
Yes.
to be a part of. So
Yes.
yeah.
I really love, that we have that same, I mean, it's great that we're on the same page about so many things. It's so organic, our experiences and the things that we have taken away from the festival, the things that we both hope to bring to the festival. I think like this is just amazing. That we're so on the same page. And I think it says a lot about short and sweet on its own, right? That all the good things that it could bring or that it has brought to people. What are you most excited about for this coming short and sweet festival season?
Oh, I
That's what I want to know.
no, I'm really, really excited to bring the community back together. I think that the community and the camaraderie that comes through Short and Sweet alone is so magical to witness. And to be able
I
to see
agree.
everybody's artistic generations and what they bring and what they created and how they choose to create it. It's everything from start to finish is what I absolutely love about this festival. You get to watch it from the very beginning basis of casting to the finals, you know, yeah,
The
there's
casting, yeah.
that's it. And then you watch them bloom and
Yes.
blossom and grow, and how the pieces develop over time too. Especially when they're like they start in
Yes.
and then they move to semifinals and finals. There's this aspect of growth that just happens organically. That
Yep.
is
You're actually leading me to another segue.
yeah,
And this is something that, I mean, I can gush and gush all day about you, and you know that. And you know, I love I I love talking with you, and I love watching your brain work. And I need to, and I know I'm going to nudge you a little bit, but I really would like you to share with everyone how, like, what your experience, and I mean experience as, yes, you had a wonderful experience throughout, you've grown, you've done this, you've done that, but can you share with everyone your accolades just from Short and Sweet alone?
yeah,
Yes, you're an award-winning, in film and everything, but just Short and Sweet alone,
okay.
I want you to just have a little moment, because I mean, I can brag about you, but I rather hear, because you're you've experienced it, you've gone through it, and you've put the work in. So you have the right. Can you share with us some of the things that you have, like, pushed through to semifinals,
Yeah.
finals, and what might have been your favorite pieces you worked on?
Yeah, absolutely. Some wonderful pieces. My gosh, each one had their own special thing about them too. El Marijuana was my first play ever directed. It was 2018. That made it to Latino finals. Giovanni Navarro was nominated and won an award for his performance, which was a beautiful joint process between him and Renee. It was wonderful to watch. Then I believe the next year after that, I participated with two plays. One was in the LGBTQ section, and another one was in the English programming. The one that was in LGBTQ program was called Babe. Beautiful piece. It did so well on its own. It didn't make it anywhere in any, denomination of anything, but it made it on stage. And the two actresses that were involved, I continue to work with to this day. Uh, they're both so talented in their own
Well,
right.
then they won. They
That's it.
won because they got
That's
to keep
it.
you in their life. So
You're so sweet. Yeah, and Carmelita Maldonado, who was involved in that play, was the first time I ever worked with her. She's the one that's actually going to be involved with Short and Sweet this year, helping out both LGBTQ and Latinx programming, which is really awesome. Really excited for that. And Diane Baldwin. Worked with on numerous projects, wonderful actress. The other play that was involved was called Full Frontal. Both plays were also written by Andrew, so it was another time I was working with him. That made it to semifinals.
oh, nice.
Two wonderful actors involved in that too that I continued to work with to this day as well. Worked with on numerous projects. Grant Patricio and Christopher Alton, both wonderful actors and good people too. So great on that aspect.
I've worked with Grant, by the way. I'm interrupting you, but I know Grant.
Well, it's a
We'll
small.
talk about that. I love him. I love him. We did a really fun scene together. We did a
Oh, how
really,
cool!
really fun scene together. Like,
Right.
yeah, not for Short and Sweet,
Oh,
but yeah.
oh
Oh
man,
yeah, he's funny.
yeah,
He's funny. He's very, very, yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, no, I'm interrupting you. You've got to continue, but that's
Uh,
cool.
no,
You
that's
didn't know that
awesome.
yet, but I'm
Yeah,
sure there's a lot.
yeah.
Keep going, woman. Keep going, because we met last year.
Last
We
year,
met
I
last
had
year. We
I had
met last year at Short
taken
and
off, yep, taken off a few years. I was working on other projects. I just couldn't do too many things at once. But yeah, last year, I directed two plays. One was called A World Apart, written by Zarina Braybrook, wonderful writer, and acted by the incredible Charlotte Munson. Wow, just a phenomenal actress and human being all around. Just stunning.
I just get goosebumps. You said her name.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's
man, she's
amazing.
wonderful. And then another play called Day of Days, written by Jillian. who is just a wonderful writer and actress, and then acted opposite Jillian Eve, who acted opposite Janice Sherrill, who's also just a phenomenal actress in her own right.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
Day of Days won the judges' choice for best play, which was very exciting. And then
Mhm.
all of my actresses won. There was top five actor circle, so Janice Sherrill won a top five, won a top five spots. Charlotte Munson won one of top five
So well deserved.
spots.
So well
And
deserved.
yeah, and then Jillian won a sponsored award from Super Bloom. So it was like all of my ladies just came in
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
made it happen, and it was a divine process to watch happen. I absolutely adore everything I work on, and I put every heart piece of my body in it, and to watch them all thrive and flourish, and to be up on stage with
Yes.
so many other creative individuals like you who was involved last year with your pieces that were just incredible too. It was absolutely a remarkable thing to be a part of.
It's mind blowing, isn't it? Like the amount of talent. I mean, and it, on festival, but just on one night to just be surrounded by such wonderfully talented creatives. It's such a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
So we're gonna end it, but on our ending note, what do you have to say to the people out there? Do you have any parting words?
You know what? Let's have fun. Let's create, let's make things and do it with the mentality of we're just gonna have a good time. That's what it's all about. This whole festival, it's all about having fun with you and your heart, and letting it out there for all to see, and all the community and camaraderie that comes through it, and the amount of opportunities that come through this festival have
Yeah,
changed my life personally in so many different ways and so many different facets. And I'm truly grateful to have been a part of it for as long as I have, and to now be a part of it in this capacity as festival director alongside you, Soda, as assistant festival director. Y'all submit, even if you haven't done it
submit.
before, because that was me. That was me a couple years ago. I had never done anything. I dove in. And I said, well, we're just going to let the cards fall where they fall. And it was the best choice I've done. I don't know what I would have done if I didn't do it. So y'all, if
Yeah,
you ever wanted to act in theater, you ever wanted to write, if you have a script, a 10-minute script and under that you're like, let's test it out, do it. Submit
submit,
it. Uh,
submit it.
if you've ever directed or you want to direct theater, this is a great opportunity. You're in good camaraderie with other
Contact us.
people that are in the same boat as you, that want to create. And then if you have an ITC, if you have a group that you want to submit a play for, do it. This
Yeah.
is the community that really brings it all together and will make it a safe and loving process for all those involved. So submit on the Short+Sweet website. It's very easy. And we'll see you next year. Submissions end November, December, and then we start rocking and rolling. And there'll be some events that are coming up in between, where we'll do some little minglings and get everybody involved and get
We will
everybody connected.
some workshops, yeah, we
Yes,
will definitely. Well,
yes.
Ashley, thank you so much. Eh, Please submit, guys. You're going to be well taken care of. This is going to be a wild and fun ride. So yes, yes, yes. Listen to Ashley. She's a wonderful director. It's been proven time and time again. Submit. Come play with us.